Oh, okay. I left off talking about the creation itself, or how the world came to being itself, the world itself. Just the mass and the body. And I guess to recap, to summarize it, you got two different sets of beliefs. I mean, I don't know of any others but two. There's two that I know of, two mainstream beliefs that I know of. One would be the creation, that something or somebody or some, whatever created everything and made it what it is. And on the other hand, we have science that says just happened. Okay. The creation aspect, we have one basic line of belief as to how it happened, and this belief is held by every mainstream religion that believes in a creator, believes the same basic, series of events created the world, and that covers a lot of people, half the earth, I suppose. I don't know the statistic, but it covers a lot of people. Anyway, and the other belief is science, and they believe, they don't really know what they believe. See, one theory has it that it was the Big Bang, and this is the most popular. But even, your reference books and stuff will say the most popular theory or the most popular belief. So they're theories. In other words, all a theory is a belief backed by evidence. And if they had proof, if they didn't just have evidence, if they had proof, it wouldn't be the Big Bang Theory. It would be, this is what happened, this is how it came to be. Okay, so I believe in a creator. So let's go on with that. Moving on, okay, we know the earth is here. We know the world is here. There's no question of that. So we can believe ever how it got here, whatever we want. But the world is here. Now we got to wonder, where did man come from? Where did I come from? Where did we come from? Well, it started out as life. You believe what science says, and you'll get a theory of evolution. The theory of what happened is all the life originated in the sea, in the water. Oh, let's talk about the water. What is water? Water is 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen. And let's say this whole big mass was created by this big vacuum or whatever it was that created the Big Bang. It's just, this mass was created by whatever means it was created, and that was made up of 118 different elements. Now, to make water, you got 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen. Now, when we first made water, was it 2 little parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen made 1 little microscopic thing of water? Or was it like 100 billion 2 parts of hydrogens got together with 100 billion 1 parts of oxygen and made this lake? Well, I guess it would be 200 billion hydrogens and 100 billion oxygens. Whatever. Anyway, they all got together at the same time and made this lake. I don't know. It boggles the mind. Or we could believe God created it. That was easy. Okay, the water's here. Now the life. Science believes, again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not sure exactly, the theory and all this, that, and the other, and how it works. But the basis is there's the original life forms were these one-celled creatures, algae or amoebas or whatever they were, and these one-cell creatures, and they descended, evolved, and developed into bigger creatures or different creatures or this, that, and the other, and they turned into fish, and then they come to shore, and okay, well, we'll just use that for a little while. Let's say this blob of goo was in the ocean, or this one-cell creature, amoeba, whatever it was in the ocean, and it got tired of being in the ocean, and it decided, let's go on the land. This ocean is tired. Let's go on the land and create some other form of life. I can't imagine how a one-cell creature or something like that would have had the sense to think about that. But, well, we'll just say that's what happened. So it comes up on the ground, and this thing evolves into a land creature. So does this one blob of goo evolve into all forms of life that we know today? Or does this one blob, or is there 100 million blobs of goo that decided they're going to come on land and become land creatures? Okay. I don't know the answer to that. Science doesn't know the answer to that. Scientists says this would happen, but they don't know how it happened. They say this is what evolved, but they don't know how the evolutionary process took place or what made the evolutionary process take place, other than it had to evolve to adapt to its surroundings. Now, what kind of a statement is that? Because its surroundings, it didn't need to adapt. It was living in the ocean, and it decided to come on land. That's not adapting. That's like pressing on, pioneering. Okay, forgetting all that. So let's take this blob of goo formed itself into this one animal. And another blob of goo formed itself into another animal. And another blob of goo until finally we have 10,000 different blobs of goo formed into 10,000 animals. Is that blob of goo going to live forever? I don't know. To me it's not going to, because it has to be able to eat, and, what even Einstein says, whatever, you're not going to get something from nothing. I don't think that's what Einstein says, but okay, so with that in mind, this one blob of goo, that, say a chicken, let's talk about a chicken. This blob of goo come to shore and it decided it was going to be a chicken. So this one blob of goo is this one chicken. Where did the other chicken come from? Did another blob of goo have the exact same evolution to produce the second chicken? Or did this one chicken that was produced split itself in two? And then I guess it gets back to the question, the age-old question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I can answer that. the Bible answers that. Science, that's why it's an age-old question, because nobody has an answer. So let's go on with that. Say the chicken, say another chicken was made. So one chicken, the first chicken was the hen, and the second chicken, fortunately, came out as a rooster. That way the rooster could fertilize the egg of the hen in order to make more chicken. That is an amazing, remarkable coincidence, if you ask me. But let's assume that's what happened right now. So these two chickens got together and they had a baby. How did this? What was this? Did it give live birth? Did it hatch? Did it become an egg? How did this chicken know to have an egg, or know to make an egg to make a baby? And if the first chickens didn't lay eggs, they had babies or reproduced in some other way, then when did it finally decide it was going to lay eggs? And how did it finally decide it was going to lay eggs? How many different trial and errors did it take to make this egg be viable and fertilized and ready to have a chicken? Was it the first generation tried 100 eggs? Or was it 100 generations evolved slowly until it finally was able to lay an egg? And if that's the case, did it give live birth until such time as it finally was able to lay an egg? Or did it give live birth and then pretty soon the live birth was just half a birth and it had to birth some more when it was born? Or did it lay this big blob of goo? Oh, that's it, a blob of goo. Well, we started with a blob of goo, we might as well end up with a blob of goo. So pretty soon this blob of goo wasn't safe anymore, and it decided it was going to have a shell. And that's, I guess, evolution to, for survival. I don't know how many generations of chicken it took before it finally evolved to have a shell. And I don't think science knows that either. I don't really think science has answers to much of anything. They have your physical evidence of things here on Earth, and they can figure out how things work and why they're there. But they don't know where they came from. The thing of it is, every animal on the earth has to have a male and a female to reproduce. Plants, not so. Sometimes the plants can reproduce themselves because they have both parts that they need. But all animals have to have a male and they have to have a female. Now, these blobs of goo that come out of the ocean, these ones became the hen and one became the rooster. Fortunately, they came out together, so they were able to be together and make chickens. And then these dogs both come out at the same time. And fortunately, they came out together, so they was able to make dogs and elephants and all that. And it's like an elephant. Boy, what is an elephant? Let's talk about that. This blob of goo. One blob of goo evolved into a stupid hummingbird. It's a little bitty. It never gets big in his life. And another blob of goo evolved into an elephant. Okay, that's another discussion. We're going with life in general first. We'll get on to the different animals and such like that later. Boy, this is mind-boggling. I mean, right now, get back! Sorry. Another animal. I don't know how he evolved. Oh yeah, mind-boggling. Oh, so on the one hand, we can either be totally confused all of our lives and believe anything anybody's going to tell us, because if you believe science, guess what? Because they're scientists and they know, guess what? If you're going to believe that without actually, they can't even explain themselves. So you're going to believe that, guess what? I think you're going to believe anything. Or you can believe in God. What a novel thought. How easy is that? Well, let me see. Did these eggs evolve from chickens? Or wait, no, the egg was first and made it. Wait, you know, I mean, you're going to spend your whole life confused. Or we can believe in God. Guess what? Somebody created a chicken with the ability to lay an egg. Somebody created a dog with the ability to have puppies. Somebody said there has to be a male and there has to be a female. It's for me, that's what I'm going to believe. Okay, I don't want to be rambling. My time is up. We'll get back into the different animals some other day. Thank you for your time.